That's still true. Thank you. Ladies, I sure am glad you're videotaping me.
There's always editing.
I lay within my mother's womb, a big soul scrunched in a little body. 1 month before I was to enter the world, my mother's mother was shot and killed. Her name was Rose. Her boyfriend shot her and then shot himself. My mother's grief, anger, and confusion flowed through my veins. In August, the month of the Great Lion, I was born. It is a wonderful thing to be a child, even while carrying around the DNA of generations of wounded humans. I knew lightning bugs were magical creatures. Grass is a forest full of boulders of sand and mystical ants. Trees sway with the heartbeat of the earth.
Oh, God.
The tall people take their job very seriously. They must teach the child how to be human. Vicky, little girls do not scratch themselves down there while other people are around. Go into the bathroom where no one can see you. Little girls don't fart, sweat, or speak loudly. And that statue of a man that you see on Sunday morning with long hair, who's been nailed to a cross, his name is Jesus. He was tortured, and he was killed in front of his mother because when you were born a bad person, like everybody else. Now you must believe this so that you can go to a place called heaven. Or you're going to go to hell, and you will burn there forever and ever and ever. You will be separated from love forever and ever and ever.
I will not fart. I accept Jesus Christ as my Savior.
Even so, I knew lightning bugs were magical creatures. Grass is a forest full of boulders of sand and mystical ants. Trees sway with the heartbeat of the earth. My mother slit her wrist. My father said, "Your mother was sad and wanted to die." I heard, "Your mother doesn't think you are lovable enough to stay with you, and God cannot be trusted to keep bad things from happening to good people." I learned that children can be molested in foster homes. I learned that mothers were molested as children and that they closed their hearts away from their daughters as a way to never face that horrible secret. I learned that wounded little girls grow up to be wounded adolescents who grow up to be wounded women. When I was 13, my mother was murdered. She had become a prostitute, and one of her Johns strangled her. How was I ever going to survive this world full of wounded humans? I put on a suit of armor. What else could I possibly do? From the table of perceived choices, I grabbed alcohol, the option of suicide, drugs, sex, food, distraction, relationships, and we all moved through time together. And writing. I grabbed writing. Words would free me. Words would validate my worth. Words would bring back my lovable self. Even then, I knew lightning bugs were magical creatures. Grass is a forest full of boulders of sand and mystical ants. Trees sway with the heartbeat of the earth. In time, I was to discover that each of my siblings would choose what they needed from their own table of choices. My baby brother, the one I mothered when my mother was too out of it to take care of him, hung himself. I could not leave my house for a year. I drank, I slept. I drank, I slept. I drank, I slept. I finally healed just enough to get back up.
Holy fuck!
Sometimes being stripped down to nothing will make a human choose life. It's a paradox. My baby brother's death presented me with the most valuable choice a human could ever make. To wake up to the truth of who I am in my own magnificence, stay asleep, and continue to wallow in the illusion. Those were my choices. To discover who I truly was. Who am I really? Is there any such thing as a God?
I knew it!
Thus began my spiritual journey. The spiritual journey has many twists and it has many turns. Amazing moments of epiphanies and serendipitous experiences. One day will be elation.
Yes!
Ooh, baby, baby! Baby, baby!
Ooh, baby, baby! Ooh, baby, baby!
The next day, absolute hell.
Shit!
But of course, this new hell had some hope, and the other hell didn't have any hope, so I kept on going. I knew lightning bugs were magical creatures, that grass is a forest full of boulders of sand and mystical ants, that trees sway with the heartbeat of the earth. I married the love of my life. I became a minister. I became a spiritual counselor. I work with people who are wanting to reclaim their magnificence. Of course, they do not know that this is what they're doing. They think they're there because there's something wrong with them. But I know what the real problem is because I had the same problem. And so we walk them back to themselves, and another light gets to shine brighter.